They'll be irritable. They'll have mood issues. They'll have lack of libido. They'll be sick all the time. Chronic sickness goes along with your hormones being disrupted. So these are all issues that you could come in with. And so what we do at that point is figure out, and we're not doing blood work here. So what we're doing is, because this is what a lot of people want to go do, is they think, well, if my thyroid's got a problem, I need to go to my medical doctor, I need to get a blood panel, and I'll see how the thyroid, if it's under functioning or if it's over functioning. And then there's nothing wrong with that, but it's the next step, because the next step says, okay, if it's under functioning, the only way to get this back up to functioning correctly would be to take a medication to stimulate it, to speed it up. Okay, so, but the problem there is now you've added something in, so you've added a toxin, a pharmaceutical drug in to now regulate that endocrine system, to regulate your hormones. And so that's not a natural process. So if you get the blood work done and you find that you have adrenal fatigue, you find that you have hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism or Graves' disease or Hashimoto's, now ask yourself the question, what's causing it? What in my lifestyle is causing this issue to happen? That's the question, that's the golden question, that if you hear anything out of tonight, what's causing my issue to happen? Not that I have the issue, and for most people, if you find out you've got hypothyroidism, it's not new. Like, it's not like, right, oh my gosh, exactly. I can't believe this is happening. You've gained weight, you're tired all the time, you just don't feel right. I mean, yeah, your thyroid's not functioning correctly, or you're stressed out all the time, you've got adrenal fatigue, you've got gut issues. All of these things, now you have a diagnosis, and people think like, oh my gosh, I finally got the diagnosis, now I know what to do. And the diagnosis can absolutely help you, but you can't go into the traditional system that says, okay, now with this diagnosis, you're just gonna take a medication for the rest of your life, and you're not gonna change anything else, because now that's your permission slip to keep living life the exact same way. That's not the answer to health. Your answer to health is going to be, now I've got to figure out what's causing the problem. So what is it? Is it my mindset? Am I stressed out all the time? Is it toxicity issue? From everything from deodorants that I'm wearing to nail polishes to makeup and hair products. Is it the genetically modified foods and the McDonald's and different things that I'm eating? Is it a spinal problem? Is it because my nervous system is not healing correctly? Is it because I'm overweight? Is it because I'm sedentary and I don't move around enough? So there's all these different things that you're in control of changing. The problem is people don't know where to start. Okay, so we're giving you a starting point. The first step would be to call the number and come into our office. Once again, the number is 877-778-6978. By the way, you're listening to Dr. Chris Kordick in McKinney and Dr. Rick Royston in Plano. But the first step is to come into the office, and at that point, we'll take a consultation, we'll take exam, we'll figure out exactly what's going on in there, and then we'll get you to a point where we'll either take some x-rays or do something, whatever is necessary for you, where we can figure out, is the spine in the right position? And here's the reason why the spine is so important. Ask yourself this: what controls all healing and functioning in the body? It's not the heart, it's not the kidneys, it is your brain and spinal cord. Okay, so that controls all function. That's your master computer system of the entire body. And for your body to heal, for your heart to beat, for your lungs to breathe, for anything to work, it's because the brain is sending a signal down the spinal cord. Then it goes out the nerves and it feeds life into the body. This is very basic anatomy. But the problem is most people come in and their spine has gotten shifted or twisted through repetitive stresses, traumas, car accidents, roller coasters, sitting at a computer desk all day, playing on your iPhone, whatever it is, your spine has gotten twisted out of position. It's now putting pressure on the nervous system. Now that there's pressure on the nervous system and the nerve roots, it's going to affect the way that the communication between the brain and that organ is functioning. And there is the cause. That's the cause of why the sickness or disease is happening in your body if this is in there. Because it doesn't matter how good you eat or how much you exercise, if I still have damage to the nerve root that feeds the thyroid, I'm still going to have a thyroid problem. If I still have damage to the nerve roots that feed my reproductive organs, I'm still going to have a problem in my reproductive glands. If I still have damage to the nerve root in the bottom part of my spine that feeds my digestive system, I'm still going to have a gut issue. So once we start to remove that interference, now you restore life back into the body. This is the part that most people don't understand. They don't, you just didn't know. You think of chiropractic, you think of an auto accident or something like that. It really has, that's not what it is. That's not what we do. We restore function in the body so your body can heal properly, so you don't have to rely on a drug or a medication for the rest of your life. And if you need to take a drug or a medication in the acute short-term situation, that's okay. But the problem is you don't want to stay on that medication for the rest of your life. And it's not just me and Dr. Rick saying that. Dr. Rick, most people that come in your office, they tell you they want to get off medication.
Right, yeah.
They've just never found the right place to do it.
Yeah.